Hi everyone, my name is Daniel. My pronouns are he, him, and his, and I'm an openly gay man. I grew up in a pretty rough part of Geelong for the first 20 years of my life. Now I'm lucky enough to do most of my LGBTIQA plus work in regional, rural, remote Australia. It would have meant a lot to me growing up to have a group like yours and to be doing a project like this, and just knowing that there were other people there to share my story with and to share my journey would have made all the difference. So I wanted to congratulate you on this project, and thanks for me being involved. So let's get to your questions now. If you knew forever, why did you wait to come out, and do I have to come out? I waited to come out because it wasn't safe for me going to high school. I knew that being gay wasn't bad or wrong. It actually felt right and natural to me. But I was really, really worried that I might lose friends, that I might be beaten up, or I might even be kicked out of home by my family for being gay. So I kept it to myself until I eventually felt safe to be able to share that information with people who I trusted. So a couple of best friends, and then when that worked out, I also spoke to my sister and told her, and then I told my mum, and just gradually built up that network of support, the people around me who I knew I could trust and feel okay. But it took me a couple of years to actually do that. And do I have to come out? The answer is no. We know that it's really, really bad for someone's health and their mental health for people to come out before they're ready. So you need to feel safe and supported and able to do it. So, for example, I know lots of people who have come out when they're 50, 60, 70 years of age. So there's no rush for you to have to come out. More importantly, it would be, do you have the people around you who you can trust? And when you feel safe and you know you can tell them and that they're going to keep that to themselves and that they're going to be a support to you, there's no hurry to come out at all. So just stay safe and it'll happen when you're ready. How do you respond to people that say you don't belong here? I know that you belong exactly where you are right now. I've spoken to LGBTIQA plus people all over the country in lots of country towns. And what they say to me is belonging takes time. So firstly, you need to feel safe and supported. You need to be able to walk down the street and not feel afraid. Then hopefully you feel welcome and included. So there are places that you go where people smile and they remember your name and they include you in all these different activities in the places that you live. And then belonging will happen over time when you feel like you're at home, when you feel like you have a tribe. I'm interested in how all of you can create a tribe and support each other and create belonging for each other and all the people who you're going to reach through this campaign. But even though I probably want to say to anybody who said that you don't belong, I'd say up yours. Sometimes it's not your job to actually respond to those people if you don't feel safe. But please know from me that there are a whole bunch of people who are willing to stand up on your behalf and say that you belong right here, right now. How do you feel safe, and how do you build resilience around negativity? I'm an introvert, so it's important for me to feel comfortable with my surroundings and know the people who I'm going to be spending time with. It helps me feel safer when I know that I can leave situations and then I've got a group of supportive people who I can trust and who can help me if I do feel those unsafe situations as well. How do I build resilience around negativity? I think it's really, really important for us as LGBTIQA plus people to actually know that if we experience homophobia, biphobia, transphobia, intersex phobia, that it's not our issue. The issue is with the homophobia, for example, if I'm experiencing it, and the person who's being homophobic. Too often, I think that sometimes LGBTIQ people can take that on board. We know from the evidence, from the research evidence, that's really bad for people's health and mental health. So remembering, and with the help again of supportive people, that it's not your problem that you're experiencing this abuse, harassment, discrimination and violence if you are unlucky enough to experience that, but it's the person who's actually doing and saying things that is the problem. What if I'm not strong enough, and what agencies or places did you seek help from? So I know that you're strong enough, but we know that everybody takes time to get to know themselves, to get their confidence and to get their strength up. And everyone has days where they don't feel strong and confident, me and everybody who you know. That's why it's important to think about who your tribe is and how you can support each other on days where you don't feel strong enough. I didn't have agencies or places when I was growing up, but I can tell you that aside from your youth group that you're working with now, if I was growing up right now, the three places I would get my support from would firstly be from local headspaces. I think that the headspaces to see people, if you feel confident to talk to people in person. I think ringing up or doing web counselling like web chat with Switchboard Victoria is a huge opportunity if you feel like talking to someone, but maybe you want to do it on the phone or over the web. And also I'd be going to the -18 website as well, because they have lots of videos and resources and all of their events that they do as well. I'd definitely be going to those places right now. What if I'm not sure how to label myself? I think that that's great. There is no hurry. There's no hurry to come out. There's no hurry to feel strong. There's no hurry to feel safe. There's no hurry to build your tribe. That will happen over time. I've spoken to thousands of LGBTIQA plus people around the country, and all of them say that their identity and how they see themselves and therefore their labels or whatever it is, that changes over time. So what you feel now is not going to necessarily be the same in 10, 15, 20 years' time. I'd love for you to focus on what feels right for you now. And you might not necessarily to have a label or an identity, but maybe think about what words best describe you. What are the ways in which you would like to share with other people about who you really are? And again, please take time, because we know that it's bad for people's health and mental health if people feel rushed and like they have to be put into boxes that don't fit for them. And you don't even need a box. So keep up the good work. I'd like to end this, everybody, by saying a huge thank you for your questions and for having me involved in this. And what I'd like to say is that I've spoken to lots and lots of LGBTIQA plus people in country towns all over Australia in every single state and territory. Sometimes people think that LGBTIQA plus people have to move to the big smoke or to capital cities in order to be themselves. But so often I speak to people who say, I want to stay where I'm living right now. I don't want to feel like I have to move somewhere else in order to be who I am and to have the kind of community and the kind of safety and strength that I need. I know, because I've spoken to lots of people down Gippsland Way, that it is possible for you to have that strength, for you to have that certainty, for you to have that safety. And I look forward to being one of the many people who is supporting all of the work, all of the LGBTIQA plus work that's happening down there. And I know that your project is going to make a huge difference in this too. So again, my absolute thanks, and I'll see you down the Rainbow Road. Bye.